Hikari.
Raime? What was I... What happened? I don't remember anything. I'm scared of what flows through my veins. Jinmei?
That wasn't you, Hikari. Don't blame yourself for my brother's death. Hikari, I realize now. The ideals we lived for were just illusions. But my clan is real, and I must keep them safe. So now I know what I must do. I'll protect House May in my brother's stead. We will survive, no matter the cost.
Raime.
I made a promise to myself that day. If we go against Mugen's command, he will tear our clan out by the roots.
It's becoming rather cold, milady.
By that same token, if we pluck the seeds of rebellion from the earth now, Mugen will surely reward our loyalty.
Are you truly considering putting Prince Hikari to the sword?
I'm considering the fate of Clan May. The only path we can walk is the one which leads to our survival. Surely you would agree, brother.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to ask you a question, Lord Hikari. Do you consider my lady to be a friend?
Of course. I wouldn't have come here otherwise. I know she bears a great burden of responsibility. I know she suffers under the weight.
Aye. For a long while, she has been trapped in the cage of her own fear. Ever since the day she lost her brother.
Master Kunzo.
And killing you would only tighten the chains that bind her. But there is hope. I beg you, Lord Hikari, sunder the shackles that stifle her. Free her from her cell.
Thank you, Master Kunzo. You've given me great insight. I will do all I can.
Alright, that is what I'll do then. You know, after watching that last set of cutscenes, including the little mock battle duel in the flashback that was over 15 minutes, even like taking that out just from the end of that until this point, that was roughly around like 15 minutes-ish, right? Is what it seemed like. And it's really occurred to me how much, as cool and charming as these HT2D games have been, they're really not the best for overly long cutscenes, I feel like, because you don't really have all that much in terms of character animations. Like, the sprites are moving in very simple ways, you don't get any facial expressions. Whenever you get a new scene, there can be a little bit of interest for the first little bit because of the new environment to take in, and the environment's all looking really cool. But that isn't going to last very long. The game that I thought of at first was things like Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles go very heavy on their cutscenes and their storytelling. And for their crazier cutscenes, they'll do like the super high quality cutscenes. They have the two different kinds, like the animation preset based ones and the super high quality ones, and they have to do like a mix of it because they have a lot of cutscenes in their games. So the first Xenoblade game, for example, had like 10 or 11 hours of cutscenes. I think 2 was like 14. Was it 12 and then 3 was 14? I don't remember. It was something like that. And the longest cutscene in that game is like right after you defeat one of the most main bosses in the entire game, who seemed at the time like he was going to be the final boss. And then all of a sudden it's like big reveal, all this crazy stuff is going on, and it's like a 10-minute long cutscene of just uninterrupted story stuff. But it isn't just, you know, characters talking or anything like that. It was a crazy battle and stuff that was going on that makes you go like, holy crap, things just got serious and all this crazy stuff there. It continues to make it interesting. Whereas something like this, if it's going to go on and on for like 15 minutes worth of cutscenes, man, I wish that there was like a fast forward button during those. That as much as I find it kind of intriguing and stuff and want to see how the story of this plays out, and we got a lot of exposition during that, at the same time, it's just there isn't really much interesting visually going on to really capture my attention, and it's just so much very slow moving dialogue. Like, about halfway through that, I started tuning out and I started checking my email on my phone and stuff, because I couldn't. So, I feel like I do love the charm and the visuals and everything of the HD 2D games. You know, that's something that I've said for a long time, and I still stand by that. But in terms of, like, really in-depth story kind of game stuff, I don't think this kind of art style for a game is the best for that kind of thing. As you're staying in, like, one shot. Like, if you're looking at something like Xenoblade, you've got all the character movements, the facial expressions, the camera changing in different interesting ways. But this is just, like, each scene is just, here's the camera in this one specific way, and it's going to remain completely unchanged, or only very slight changes throughout the entire cutscene, and it's just going to be like the characters speaking without their sprites changing much at all, and you don't get to see any facial expressions, and it can get a little bit boring. Hello, Guzma. I was just complaining about the fact that I sat through a 15-minute long cutscene, and I started to get bored because there isn't as much visually interesting after sitting through that much, as opposed to something like Xenoblade. So, I started phasing out halfway through the last cutscenes. Yeah, it was kind of big exposition there. Which, as I was saying, like, it is cool. I'm interested in the in what's going on. So I was interested in the exposition itself and, you know, pieces coming together and stuff. But my goodness, I would much prefer to have something like Xenoblade where you've got the characters' facial expressions changing in interesting ways, the camera moving around in all kinds of cool shots, as opposed to, yeah, let's look at this, the characters slowly talking for, you know, 15 minutes there. But yeah, sometimes too boring can become too boring. What? Your boy Guzma 2023. I don't understand. I don't quite get it. Can there be random encounters here? It doesn't seem like. Gotta be careful with your game that you're making then. Yeah, I feel like, I didn't see, you know, during the bits of the game that you've showed me thus far, it didn't seem like any of the cutscenes were, like, overly drawn out or anything like that to the point that it would really drag on. Like, this was straight up 15 minutes of just characters talking. And it's like, man, you know, the case. So, I'd be very surprised if you ended up hitting that. But yeah, I gotta sleep. I hope the rest of the stream goes well. I appreciate that, Nevermore. I do appreciate you stopping in for the lurk here and have an awesome rest of the night there. But yeah, so, you know, if you managed to get up to 15 minutes of characters talking, like, between sections of gameplay, I'd be very surprised. Because that's a while. You know, just think the voice dialogue goes on for too long, it's too slow. That could be fair. That could definitely be fair there. Well, if you ever want to refer back to this scene to get an example of something that I got kind of tuned out of, yeah, just read it yourself pretty fast without listening to the audio voice. That was fair there, but in a thing that's voice acted, you want to listen through to the voice. Like, I could have zoomed through this just mashing A and reading the text really fast, but then you don't get the voice acting and stuff. I don't want to be out here playing modern Pokemon. I want to be playing, you know, literally any other video game that has voice acting. So is there a cutscene here? Oh no, it's dungeon time. It's dungeon crawler time. I'm moving my microphone out of the way since I have my knees up and stuff. So yeah, just read yourself pretty fast without listening to the, oh wait, gosh dang it. I already read that, but for whatever reason, when I read it the second time, because I know that I'm doing one of the characters in that, the way that I started reading that the second time in my head was as if when I read the lines to be recorded and put in the game, I do it fast, so that players don't need to linger on it for too long. They can just have, like, the person doing the voice recording for, gosh dang it, for it speaking really fast, so that they don't have to sit through cutscenes for too long. That, yeah, just read it really fast, imagine. I read it already, but I read it in a different context the second time. Imagine how funny that would be, though. Like, if you have a fast forward button in the game and all the, and it just switches the voice lines to a different recorded version where the voice actors themselves just talk really fast or something. I'm not suggesting actually doing that, but imagine how funny that would be if a video game actually did that. But yeah, 50% boosted, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Yeah, that would be the much easier thing to do. But how funny would it be to have a second set of voice lines where the voice actors just speak really fast? Oh man, that'd be really wacky, wouldn't it? What the heck is over here? Not quite as boosted, it seems like. Wha-bam! Nightmare Glaive, that sounds cool. Who the heck might want that? Okay, well, not quite like that. Oh yeah, Guzma, I've been meaning to properly follow up about, like, potential travel stuff. But things have been crazy and I didn't get the chance to. But if you were thinking about stopping by at some point later on this summer, I do need to, like, double check the schedule thingamabob stuff there. I don't think that there would be any problem with it or anything, but just to, you know, figure things out if you did want to stop by and stuff for that. Because if so, I think that Fragapalooza early bird ticket pricing ends at, like, the end of May or something like that. So tickets bought before that point are cheaper, is the case. What else is there to say? Oh, if he did swing, if he did end up coming by down the line, almost certainly my truck should be ready by then, because it seems like it's gonna be ready, like, probably in a couple weeks' time. I got the insurance earlier today, over the phone. I'm going to use that to try and get registration tomorrow morning, and then it'll just be brake lights, which is fix a loose wire, and then the windows, in terms of making it legal to drive and stuff. Still a lot to restore it, but a couple weeks time and it'll be on the road stuff. Discuss it with Boffer's car. I'd take a crazy vacation in a few days. Oh yeah, and I hope that goes really well, by the way. I remember you mentioning that. I hope you have an awesome time with that. Yeah, absolutely. Because it should be able to be drivable in, like, just a couple weeks or something. Like, if the brake lights really are just a loose wire, then it's just as simple as reattaching it the next time. Hopefully registration goes swimmingly tomorrow, and then it's just drive it to Crystal Glass. I don't know how long they're gonna take to work on it, but, you know, probably not too long. I've been learning to drive a manual, so I'm getting experience for that. I'll have to practice on my own vehicle here pretty soon, and yeah, it's coming along.
Ah, Hikari. I see Kunzo needs a stern talking to.
Raimei, do you really mean to follow Mugen blindly? Even if he leads you into an ocean of blood? Mugen would have the whole world at his feet, but at the end of his path lies nothing. We have to stop him, or we are all lost.
So that's the path you believe in, Hikari. My brother and I used to have faith in the future as well. But now there is only me. Not everyone can walk a path of their convictions. It never ends. One must be willing to leave everything else behind in their journey. And so instead of placing my faith in the future, I've chosen to put the safety of my clan above all.
Raimei, we needn't walk separate paths. You said it yourself. You used to believe in a future where we look to each other for guidance, for support.
Silence.
We can't cannot quit the paths we make, or we'll lose sight of ourselves. We must keep moving forward with our heads held high. You know this, Raimei.
I said silence, Hikari. It was your accursed blood that took my brother from me. The stain of Clan Ku. I won't let it take anything from me again. Even at the cost of everything else, Clan Mei will endure.
But that's not really looking at the big picture all that much. Oh.
This isn't the path I wanted to walk.
The music.
And who among us chooses our own path?
Among us.
We've lost much and more on our journeys to this moment. But no matter what, I shall ensure the
So much.
safety of my clan.
Okay. Well, Levin's stance. Take more actions. Oh. Oh.
Right.
Mean? But yeah. Sounds like a plan there. I guess I can figure out a weakness like this. Okay, so spears onto those guys.
Prepare yourself.
So, yeah, that's understandable there. I'm sure it takes a whole lot of work.
Choose your next
Bam.
move wisely.
I would certainly imagine. Oh, speaking of making games, I actually applied into the final game design. Well, not, I shouldn't say final game design class, but like the final class that you're meant to take as part of the game design certificate in my program at my university. There's still other ones I need to go back and do at some point, but as I'm, you know, wrapping up university stuff bit by bit over the next year and a half, I gotta take like the last handful of classes that I need where I can. So for this upcoming school year, I applied into the final game design class thingamabob there. So, well, I applied into it. Whether I actually get into it, we'll see, is the case. So the first class of that program was making a game over the course of one semester, like a full game that, you know, I've shown little smidges and talked about before. This final class is doing it again, but you're doing more and, like, you know, working harder at it this time and expected to make a better game than you did in the first class, I guess, or something or other. So, yeah, I might be making a game onto my shoulders this upcoming fall as well, maybe. You know, I mean, how the program works is it's like the initial class, then you need to take at least 4 of a set that you can take, and then the final class. I've applied into the final one despite not having all the other ones done yet, just because I'm running out of classes that I can take in my program right now, or classes that I need to take, I suppose. Should I just summon the concerned wife? So I applied into it early. I currently have 2 done of 7. One of my other classes that I took might be able to transfer for 1, so if I try to do that, then I could maybe have 3 of 7 done. And then for the game design certificate, therefore only need 2 more classes, this final one and then some other one. Maybe. So game design certificate is almost there. I only need a couple more classes for major in computing science. I only need a couple more classes for minor in earth and atmospheric science, and same for minor in history. So I'm definitely getting there. Should I just summon the violinist for fun? Nah, probably not all that worth it. Let's donate BP to Hikari there. But yeah, let's see here. Just when you think you're almost done with chapter 2, still yet so far? Yeah, understandable there. Maybe you could learn a thing or two impossible to help you with your game one day. I'd be glad to share, you know, what I learned from the class and stuff like that. And if you ever want to, you know, resources from, you know, my game design classes in the past, I still have a whole lot of old lecture material and stuff. If ever you're intrigued in that kind of stuff. Let's see here.
Say your prayers.
Yeah, just making sure that when I got mixed up with Oswald before, that that was for sure how Temenos' latent power worked. Just making sure. Maybe, but the first class that I did was in RPG Maker, just because, gosh dang it. You know, it brought in students from all sorts of different faculties, so that, you know, anyone could help with it. Yeehaw! How long are you stunned for? My goodness! Unconscious, huh? So... Herb of Revival. Because 3 turns is a long time! Like, my god.
Now it begins.
Chill out. Here, let's incite here. Let's do some inciting and stuff. Cool. Yeah, bring your single target attacks this way. Please don't be an AoE. Oh, I don't know what the heck you're doing.
Here we go.
Lock on? Something like that? Is that what that is? Here, let's go ahead and do this, maybe. Chapter is this anyway? Chapter 4. So, it seems like a lot of characters have Chapter 4 as their final chapter. Oh, Chet had Chapter 3 as the end of her story.
Where was I?
It seems like most characters end with Chapter 4, considering most of the ones around the map are, you know, level 45, which seems to be the max that they go to. So I'm trying to do the ones that clearly don't end on Chapter 4 yet, since this one was recommended level 30 some, so Hikari has a Chapter 5. I know Oswald does as well, because I just did his Chapter 4 and his isn't done yet. But, you know, I'm getting there. I am certainly getting there. That guy can't have a whole lot of health left at this point, right? So, second last for Hikari. I think I have one more one to go that has, you know, an extra one being Agnia's. But then I think it's just all the different characters' chapters. Chapter 40, is that a typo for 4? Imagine if it was 40 chapters per story. I would not play this game if that were the case. Mare incited. Vengeful Blade.
Your next move.
Do that. Put on some more of those and stuff. This might kill. Yep. Too cool. Very nice. I'm just getting warmed up. Alright, it's time to start putting on some things there. Hope so, and then can grind and stuff. I gotta find a new place to grind in the in the near future. Most likely. I could try to break you here soon.
I will pay your prayer.
In fact, maybe I'll even do this. Just crit. Oh, and you're weak to staff anyway. I didn't even use latent power.
Prepare yourself.
Because I wonder. Here, let's just
Choose your next
put on
move
some more of
wisely.
these. On. Break you coming up here, sweep. Yeah, super boss is level 60 plus recommended. Wait, like an optional super boss? Because if there's like optional super bosses, I would think that it would recommend like level 90 plus or something like that rather than 60. Level 40, not chapter 4. Oh, yeah, the final chapters, or the chapter 4s, the recommended levels for most of them on the map, which I assume are the characters' finales, is level 45. That's what it recommends. And you can use your weird wing sword thingamabob here. Guess Ochet had some Red Bull.
Good work, Ochet.
Good work, Ochet.
Yeehaw! Let's do it.
Then
I don't want no trouble.
we can do this. You know, I don't. Does she have magical attacks? Lightning stuff, maybe? Yeah, you're not doing damage here. Just do this. How about?
Apologies, Temenos.
Just go ahead and do that, maybe.
Right.
And then
I'm starving.
I could just do. I don't have a whole lot right now. That might not be super worth it. I don't know. Do this or something. Give it a go. Power up Hikari. You know.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! And then I can stack even more side steps on. You know, like, why not? Stack a whole bunch of them.
Why, listen to me.
Oh, he has dialogue for that. Interesting. You know what? I like this axe thing. Oh, more weak points you have revealed, the more potent the attack. I don't have all of them revealed right now. So should I do something else right now? Attack on armor foes at least 3 times. More foes are... Okay. Pull armor attack on all foes. More foes are, the more potent the attack. Charge your attack until the end of the turn. Then unleash a powerful sword attack on a single foe, the longer the charge. Okay. There's always 6-fold strike. Unleash a powerful staff attack on a single foe. The higher elemental attack, the more potent the attack. So probably not that. I could always use his latent power as well.
Blood boils.
Is what I could do. Is there another action that I'd really like to take? I don't know. Let's see how much damage this does. I'm curious. Okay, that's a good amount of damage. I wasn't paying attention when I analyzed her before to how much HP she had, but I, Oh, well, there's the magic attack part.
I return your wrath to
Well.
My spear.
Okay, so yeah, we dodge the physical attack and then get hit by the magical one. True Levin stance. Oh.
Prepare yourself.
But you didn't change your weaknesses though. You weirdo.
Choose your next
More
move.
vengeful blades. More of them.
Bring it on.
I don't know. Just freaking give your BP to Hikari.
I'm investing in you.
Something.
I owe you.
Let's do another analyze. You're not gonna be able to hit me with physical attacks for a little while. They're about mid HPs. 22k left. Okay, yeah. We a light revenant and another super crazy thing, and we good. You know, and we'll be good there. I guess smack.
Here we go.
And then, sure, I'll try to go ham next turn. Oh, I
Now it
could have
begins.
used the summon that also buffed my attack. Whatever. Maybe I'll do it next turn because I am curious how much damage I can do if I buff my attack. You know, I am a smidge curious about it. Ow. Bean.
Yeehaw!
Maybe that's what I'll try to do. Oh man, gosh dang! I'm gonna need to buy more of those stupid unconscious curing things. I think this is my last one here.
Coming right up.
Darn you! Man, so dang me.
Where was I?
All right, do this. Topic: you're watching Markiplier play some random raw McDonald's horror game, and it's pretty funny. Not words I ever thought I'd hear.
Over here.
Spearhead. Huh?
Oh dear.
Definitely not a thing I was expecting to hear. My oh my. Well,
I won't back down.
I can just
Now die.
do that. I believe it.
Now it begins.
Alright, on. I mean, I'm gonna get buffed up in a hot second anyway. Is the case. I can grant all attribute raising effects to a single ally for 2 turns, but inflict yourself with all attribute reducing effects for 2 turns. I still want to try it at some point. I still haven't.
Nice one, Hikari.
Okay. And then we do this. And then we see how much damage I can do on the next turn here. 'Cause I am rather curious. I have 4 more summons of the violinist. I don't think I need to do anything else.
It's your
I don't
ship
bring
now.
the random violinist that we've had around this whole adventure. Wow, 1 damage, amazing. So cool.
Oh dear.
I don't know, I can just... We're probably gonna win here, so I don't think this is gonna matter, but I'll just do this for funsies anyway. Look at that! Bam! Look at that health. Alright. Wanna see how much damage we can do here?
I fight for my friends.
I kinda wanna use this now. So,
Axe of the lion heart.
For
wow.
the pride of Ku.
Wow. Well, that went great, didn't it? Oh, sweet, refreshing jam. Oh, I should have collected from her.
I'm not finished yet. I swore my clan would see no harm. My spear will not yield. Hikari. It was Clan May that took your mother from you. We sent the bandits that killed her. Forgive me.
I know. I also know it was done by order of Mugen. You and yours are blameless. The sin lies on Ku's shoulders. My mother, your brother, they were both victims of our nation's cruelty. I know you sought the same future as I, Raimei. A bloodless future. Peaceful future. That's still attainable. We must cut Mugen down and steer Ku away from that ocean of blood. That is the path I've chosen. Forge it with me. I cannot do it alone,
My clan. I was ready to kill you to keep them safe. For the second time. It's too late for me. I've already bent the knee to Oaken. I can't walk by your side. I can't. Kill me, Hikari. It's more than I deserve.
I will await you at Ku, Raimei. I have faith you'll come.
The reunion with Raimei dredges up the past, one filled with memories of wicked deeds and a trail of bloodshed. Although Hikari came to Raimei with open arms, she wavered before the crossroads of fate. However, Oaken's ambition will not wait for her decision, so Hikari departs to do battle one last time. Hikari the Warrior Chapter 4 End. One more non-full story end Chapter 4 to go. That sentence made sense. One more.